Brake fade. Brake fade does not feel dangerous at first. That is what makes it so deceptive. The truck still slows down, just slightly less than before. The driver presses harder, expecting a normal response, but the heat keeps building beneath the wheels. Long descents, heavy cargo, and repeated braking slowly push the system past its thermal limit. According to the FMCSA, brake-related problems are the single most common mechanical factor found in large truck crashes in the United States. What makes fade so deadly is that the brakes are technically still working, just not enough. By the time the stopping distance becomes noticeably longer, the road ahead may already be running out. ABS failure. Modern drivers trust ABS without thinking about it. The system prevents wheels from locking during sudden braking, keeping the vehicle steerable through emergencies. But ABS is built from sensors, wiring, and hydraulic modulators, all exposed to vibration, moisture, and tens of thousands of miles of hard use. When a sensor fails, the system can pulse incorrectly, release braking force at the wrong moment, or stop assisting entirely. Warning lights appear. The pedal behaves strangely. For a passenger car, this is already dangerous. For a truck carrying 40,000 kilograms, losing stable braking control mid-emergency is a different category of problem entirely. What makes ABS failure uniquely terrifying is not just the malfunction, it is that it happens during panic braking, exactly when the driver has no time to adapt. A system designed to reduce chaos becomes part of it. Brake fluid boiling. Brake fluid works silently in the background, transferring pedal pressure into stopping force almost instantly. Most drivers never think about it. But under extreme heat, especially during repeated heavy braking in large vehicles, the fluid can reach its boiling point inside the brake lines. Vapor bubbles form. Unlike liquid, vapor compresses under pressure, absorbing the force that should be stopping the vehicle. The pedal goes soft. In severe cases it sinks toward the floor. To the driver, it feels as though the brakes are dissolving beneath their foot. What makes this failure so dangerous is that it can happen on a system that passed its inspection hours earlier. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time, quietly lowering its boiling point by up to 50 degrees Celsius without showing a single visible warning sign. Air brake delay. Large trucks do not stop the way passenger cars do. Most heavy commercial vehicles use compressed air brake systems, powerful and reliable, but never truly instant. When the driver presses the pedal, a signal travels through the system, valves open, and air moves through lines running the full length of the vehicle before braking force reaches every wheel. That process takes between 0.4 and 0.8 seconds under normal conditions. At 100 km per hour, a truck travels nearly 25 meters in that time, before the brakes have even fully engaged. Add the distance needed to actually decelerate 80,000 pounds, and total stopping distances can exceed 150 meters in real conditions. This is not a flaw. It is physics. But it means that the gap a professional driver leaves in front of them is not recklessness. It is the only margin that exists between a normal stop and a catastrophe. Overheated rotors. Brake rotors are engineered to absorb enormous friction, but every material has a limit. During sustained heavy braking, a loaded trailer on a long mountain grade, repeated stops carrying maximum weight, rotor temperatures can climb past 700 degrees Celsius. The metal expands unevenly. Hot spots form where heat concentrates, warping the surface that the brake pads need to grip. Drivers feel it first as a vibration in the steering wheel, then as shaking through the pedal, then as a sharp burning smell that does not fade when the truck stops. The NTSB has documented multiple accidents where warped rotors caused severe brake imbalance, pulling trucks suddenly sideways during emergency stops and triggering rollovers. In every case, the vibration and smell had been present for miles before the accident. The warning was there. It was not recognized in time. Runaway truck ramps. Runaway truck ramps exist because engineers accept a reality that most drivers prefer not to think about, that sometimes, despite every system and every precaution, brakes fail completely. These steep gravel escape lanes are carved into mountainsides at carefully calculated intervals, positioned based on accident history, grade severity, and the speed a truck reaches when its brakes stop working. They cost millions of dollars to build. Their existence is an admission that the problem is real, recurring, and serious enough to plan for permanently. By the time a driver enters one, the truck is accelerating, not decelerating. The brakes are gone. The grade is steep. The speed is rising. The gravel brings the vehicle to a violent, lurching stop, cargo shifting, cab shaking, driver thrown hard against the restraints. They survive. Every year, some drivers do not reach the ramp in time.